Sanibonani bazalwane. Ngiyanibingelela egameni likaJesu Kristu. Ngiyayibonga inkosi ngalesikhathi. It's one of my favorite times. Nasi tawuhlangana nelibandla. Sende tinto letawusita libandla. Kimi ngiyona lenye indlela yokukhulisa libandla. Li Bible liyasitshela nge-enablement, liyasitshela ngama-ministries. Liyasho ukuthi these ministries are given to us for the edification of the church. Nakuloko ke ngicabanga kona ukuthi sitawukhuluma sibuke nalokuthi singakhulisana njani ebandleni in the economic sense, and ngukhanza kumcoka kakhulu. No matter how far we go, noma ngabe siyisebenta kuphi throughout the continent, but you also note lokho ukuthi as long as libandla lingafiki ku-economic empowerment, we are going to run into some of the issues la khona nyalo. Ngidawuqala nje ngidawubuyela, I think umfundisi captured quite a bit of what I wanted to talk about. Imcoka lenza ya Nehemiah, because letikhatsi Nehemiah lebekaphila kito similar to now. Inkumbi letinto letibhidlikile, but remember Nehemiah needed to rebuild a wall. Shotsa ma resources bekawadzinga. Bekangeka yocela ma resources kulama oppressors akhe. Yamnika leya nkosi some of the things that he needed, but bekudzingeka kulabantu labana inhlitiyo ukuvusa iJerusalem, kudzingeka ma resources, which is what we need as a church. Singakhuluma konke singayengana sende konke, but we need to be financially empowered as a church. Letimali letidzingekako, if you look at the fact that nyalo we are sitting with two problems. There's an interesting aspect yokuthi umhlaba globally, umhlaba unemali lenengi. We've never had the type of money lesinayo la emhlabeni, but imali is concentrated somewhere else. Fewer people have le mali lekhona, so there are more poor people than before. There is more food in the world than we've ever had in our history, but there are more hungry people than ever before in our history. So into lekubese kuyayikhomba lokho ukuthi there's just something wrong in the dynamics. But lakimi lokuyake kufike ukuthi the money is in the wrong hands. And until le mali ifike kulabantu labatawukhona ukuthi babe ne-compassion, bantu uNkulunkulu lekabanikile ukuthi this is what you use money for. Ngoba thina siyati esibazalwane, it's nawunikwe imali ayisiyo yakho. You are a steward of the money that you are given. Unkulunkulu will always show you poor people. Unkulunkulu will always show you a youth that needs to be empowered. Unkulunkulu will always show you a church structure lesifuna kuvuswa. Unkulunkulu will always show you ukuthi livangeli lidzinga kuhamba. Livangeli lihamba ngemali. If we have no money, we kude la sitawufika khona. So it's very, very important. Ngiyabonga ke mfundisi anguvusele njengalokukhethekile, and then I'm very happy ukuthi namhla I can see ama seniors ami kule field le, so ikutabalula kakhulu kimi. Ngidawuhle ngiphosa nje. There are people who started doing that engikwendako. Ngiyabona bengisese high school noma secondary. Ngiyabona babeshongwe. Ngiyabona nababesithole lapha. So ngiyatibata ngicondzisana sengikhaya kakhulu. Ngicela I've prepared a presentation la, but angifunda ukuthi sibe structured kakhulu. I would like us to conduct as more of a question and answer session. Tinto leti lokwanyana, tinto lo dzinga ukuthi utati. So what I'll do as I go through the chapters ngidawuhamba nje, and then ngidabese ngiyema sibutane interact njengoba ngishito ukuthi we have a lot of resource people la. Kuna professor wami lo wangifundzisa enyuvesi khona la, so I'm well covered. Angeke nje angeke siphume la singathi lokutsendana. Can we move to the next slide please? I outline yethu ke le kunganthusi, it's just one slide cishe konke lokho, so we should be out of here by lesikhathi lesibekiwe. Ngitawuxolisa nje ngisaqala nase sivungathi lo mfana wakadlamini social singisikhulu ngicela ubohlungumisa because the indzaba ukuthi ngifuna sihambeni kanye kanye sonke, and we're here to simplify things asiketi kuto wakhela nematem ngilo yaphuma amangele ukuthi bekukhulunywa ngani, so kanza athi lesinye isikhathi bese kuyashiya. Okay, uyishayile kumfundisi, ngicela siye ku the next slide. Uvele wangenela embili umfundisi kulesi. Ibusiness ke bekunene kucalwa kwayo, kumaintainwa kwayo nekukhula kwayo nekusustaina kwayo is on work. Kude lenye indlela longaranje business ngayo ngaphandle kokusebenza. We cannot, and for me that's why it's always worried me nangikhanza abazalwane babanjwe ma pyramid schemes, because my analysis of that is ufuna imali but awufuna ukusebenza. There is nowhere that kude nje la prescribe wekhona ukuthi you can all of a sudden have money ungavuka usebenze. There are cycles in business, la straightforward nje business iyatalwa iyakhula iyandlondlobala, lamanye amabhizinisi iyafika la cycle yayo ife. Sometimes it's not because we phethe kabi, but that type of business ayisekho nje. Na ungabuka nje ukuthi nini besine ma camera. Ngibani osayikhumbula camera mina nje ngacala kushuthwa nge-same time. Lebe isikwelele lesingaka sikhakha yaba black and white, sathi nasikhula yaba colored. Sathi nasikhula kwasekunama film. Ushutha ihambe kuthiwa hey film alikabuyi. Film lishile. Usangafika umkami la so ngakhuluma. Ngikhumbula kahle sinaka graduator. Bengiphethe camera ngishutha. Ude ngisho sinye isithombe sakhe se graduation. Kwaya kuma camera kwaqala kwaba nama camera la digital. Emva kwaloko sema camera nanga. Angithi. But sengiyababona babuyile futhi bakhanza bemela phanga se spa. Sebaqalile futhi bayashutha ngema camera lamakhulu. Sekazana itipopolo letingaka. Bafakwa netigcoko. So it's the evolution. Kunema business lokunye nje lesitakhuluma ngako. Some of us have held on to businesses that are no longer relevant. So umangele so uphilela nje kufaka imali. Ufaka imali ayisaphume, but it's your business. It's no longer relevant. Baba beshonga ngicabanga ukuthi bakhula kusene gramophone. Thina sikhanza ama turntable. Kwaya ngeke ngathi ngikhomba umntwana nami icassette. Wangibuta lo music bohlala ngakuphi la. Kulo ngamtshela ukuthi sisawadi lutho. Lapha bawuzophatha i-ball point yebig rewind. Tsabuke ubuye nesalo tape. Uchibele. Uthuthu kanza umsakati so wengcile kule party yale ngoma noma soyatihlabelela kanti bosathi sa record. But nowadays we've even gone past the era yama CDs, angathi nyalo sekwathiwa yini ngibona sekunalokunye futhi. So that's the issue. Ema business ethu kufuna hlale are relevant. But kakhulu lokunye lengulanzelela. I business ifuna kukhula nawe. So as the business grows, kufuna nawe ukhule. aya-evolve amabhizinisi. Kunetinto letinsha nabo technology, kunetindlela letinsha tokwenta tintfo. So nawe nawutaba static, I always ngoba ngakhulela ngalakaho, I think kudindzawo lebeyikhicita wasomabhizinisi bemabhasi njengakaho. But where are they today? Kwatsi nakufika emakhumbi bebaphatha tipanela bashaya labantu bemakhumbi. Gijinyiswana ukhanze lapha ebus rank kuyagijinyiswana. Lengimatiko khona lengiyatiko yathi nakufika emakhumbi wavele waconverta atsengikhumbi. Nyalo emakhumbi akasasi so popular, gone back utsenga ema coach. That business is surviving, but my peers akhe cishe onke they've disappeared. Labanye siyawabona lamabhasi sekapakwa lambi kwetindlu embi kwemakhaya. But it's because labantu did not develop themselves as business changed. Ngicela siye ku next slide. Ngiyafuna ke sikhulume nganakho sitawukhuluma nje. I never want us to be baseless as Christians. We ngeke kube inkinga nasitawukhuluma ngetinto esontweni tibe abstract. Thina senda tinto letiseBhayibhelini asihambi senda noma ngabe yini. The interesting thing, iBhayibheli likhuluma kanengi ngebusiness. Ngambe sangijima ngashiya iBhayibheli lami. Ngicela ningifundzele Luke 19 verse 11 to 13. Amen. Ngesingisi liyasitshela ukuthi when he left them, he gave each one a talent. And then ngithanda le version lethi occupy till I come. Ahambile Jesu lamhlabeni uhambe washiya nalama talenta ethu. And he expects that we multiply our talents. Nangabe akunike imali, he expects that you multiply that money. Uthi occupy till I come. There is no way we will occupy without occupying the economic space. Angeke kwendeke lokho. So kukhona a course that we conduct. It's called Focus Bible, the Focus Business College courses. One of the cornerstones yaloko ukuthi you are given whatever you are given as bread. Kunesingwa sakho sekudla lapho kunenhlanyelo. Angithi kuGenesis uyasitshela phela uNkulunkulu ukuthi he gave fruit, seed bearing fruit. Ngeke ke uthathe li-orange, udle li-orange udle netindumbu. Asiphindze phela sibe nama-orange lamhlabeni. The only way ukuthi sichubeke sibe nama-orange ukuthi wena udle okufanele ukudle uhlanyele naku lekufanele ukuhlanyela. Bangaki laba sebendako la kithi? Kanti phambi setandla angathi noma khona indaba semabhange, but nje I always say this. Kude libhange lelitakunika imali yokuqala business. Angathi noma nginemanga yini. Ngeke sebayanikana. Ngibani wayebhange wafika wathi ngifuna ukuqala business bamnika imali. Okay, ngeke banitshele fela. If you have a salary, Your capital is in your salary. Kude lenye. So you need to know how to structure your salary. Your salary constitutes of the food you eat, what you give to God, and your seed for business. We always have these problems. For quite some time. One of the things once a year, kune program ya hulumende. Bathatha bana batsala babafake lapha eSimpa now una 59 years. Bakufaka eSimpa. Batokufundisa ngebusiness. Bathatha sambeni kaNampoti. Angathi noma bebetha ingasweti. Bathatha sambeni kaNMC. Asambeni eMbiveni. Niyobona ukuthi ngiphi business leningayiqala. So utawuhlala edeskini for 35 years of your life. Bese uyocala lento lelikhuni ngalesikhathi fanele uphumule. Ngale mali yakho yokugcina. Ayisebenzi kanjalo empilo. So nangabuthi ngaqali just know ukuthi lo molo wakho lo udla kucethe une capital yakho lakhathi. Angeke ke bese usuka uyofuna imali yabantu ebhange. Uthi abakunika imali yabo. Yakho uyidlile wayicethe. No matter how small your salary is, you need to discipline yourself. La kule salary yakho kunesinkwa kunenhlanyelo. Ngicabanga ngathi lokho is the basis lesiyaye as business people, especially if you are employed. The opportunity vele leyo kude lenye imali lotayithola. I always want to emphasize on that. Ebhange utawuya na social yathi sengiqalile senginadedinga ukutami ngiyakhona ukukhicita 50 ngenyanga. Sengifuna ukukhula ngihambe ngiye ku 200. I also wouldn't advise nje personally ukuthi utekimi uthi hey awungendele business plan ngifuna kuye ebhange batonginika imali. Ngoba itakonakalela le mali yasebhange. Bese wenda njani? Can we go to the next slide? Ngishiya nje nalama verse, but I really want to read the first one. Le verse leli ngilifundzisa ngemdzala enkosini ngamangala nangicala kulifunza. Yathi kube kunemflone version lethi message, the Message Bible angathi noma ukhona yona version ye message noma nje nicheck la ngilithanza ngayo. Ngalifunza ngana version yami na NIV and then done a message utangifunzela. And to make it your ambition to lead a quiet life, you should mind your own business and work with your hands, just as we told you, so that your daily life may win the respect of outsiders, and so that you will not be dependent on anybody. Angathi ngeSwati litsini angake ngalifunza. Basethu Sonika. Message. Yeah. Mfundisi. Na ufuna ukunciphetha inkinga bazalwana basebenze. Na ufuna ukunciphe nje ukuthi kuhleshwa nesondweni. Ngilo yakasebenze. Awuna kusetshenzwa kude nje lo tababukela omunye ethi bani ugcokeni bani wendani. ngoba nanisebenza sonke sibuya siziniwe ngiloyo unaka umsebenzi wakhe bese kukhuluma kolana ukuthi hey uyathi ngikhanze inkukhu yami igula wenda njani wena ngalapho hey tamatsataleli kahle wenda njani wena ngalapho uthi Paul kuze kuthi thina sihlonipheke even asebenzeni ngetandla ilula nje lento. As long as we are not involved with our hands, the world will never respect us. Yindzaba. Ngilothi sitawuhlangana lana every Sunday sikhulume sende konke umfundisi bafundisi basidilivela kona ngemsombuluko sideleze eminyango kaShayilokhe. Lewe katiye lenyangeni ngelisonto. Lokhulisa ibhizinisi yakhe ngokusonsa abantu. Sithatha le mali sitobhadala imali yekwata ngoba siyagweleta enkonzweni. Nasijika la koneni sitongena lana uyasibuka nje lapho athi abahambe abantu bami nababona imsombuluko. I-ATM card yami ile kuye. Ngolelwa nguye. There is no way that person will respect you. Akusho lana ukuthi asinjinge but ukuthi asisebenzeni ngetandla tethu. As long as you are working, people respect your effort. Bantu abakho respect your effort. I've stayed with people labati onke masopi la khona ka TV. Onke. Umgcibelo nje nyalo bahleli bazalwana. Babukela lebe bakubukela ngemsombuluko nangalesibili nangalesithathu. Bendi commentary. Bahleli bazalwana. Sasa batawufika late esontweni. Ngeke bekabukela imovie entsambama. Kude longanikwa isikhathi. Iyasho Ecclesiastes ukuthi time and chance have been given to everyone. Kude longanikwa isikhathi. Sengiyengca bazalwane, I think these are the verses lengiyaye nje ngithi amcoka. Ngidawubuyela ke sengiyaqala ke session yami. Ngidawubuyela kulokushiwo ngumfundisi. Lapha Proverbs 24:33. Kuyasitshela ngokuthi asicale. The most difficult thing in business is to start. Kangakho sipostpone. Ufuna ama conditions azabe kahle, kuhleleke kahle. Professor, one of the most difficult clients that you will ever have as a business advisor are educated people. Hayi kulukhuni. Nikhuluma emini niqethe. Ensamba makushayela tokutshela ngema risk. Nethi how unprofitable this thing looks. Ubebathe yeba bese siyasebenza la. Ubone ngani lokuthi unprofitable uthi ngibathe ngiyabala hayi khona. Le nto itangithatha 5 years ukurecover ilokwanyana icapital yami. Bese uyabuta ukuthi kusasa will you be closer to recovering your capital lokusolo ungaqali. Yeah. Yeah. And one of the problems is if you are sitting down and counting, ubale phepheni. Wabesithola utakutshela la ukuthi utayibalele uyibalele ingoma yakho ukuthi in 3 months iyaphuma itabe shayana sindo nasi. Uthi uyafika ukhanze bakunike ifeed le inferior. 2 months ube bathe hey naku kuphela kudla silwane sola asi inyama. If you are not practical in the field but akufunza nini lokho? Because now you know ukuthi uyathi nakuphela 2 weeks ingafike kunako, then kutafuna ukuthi there's a problem with the feed, nakune problem with the feed ngisupplementa nganako mina kule feed lebanginika yona kuze kuthi ngikhone ukuthi ngibambelelo kanyana, ngibambele lama objectives ami lengifuna kuwathola. Nasixoxa nemfundisi bekakhuluma ngekuthi you see emabhunu noma singafuna kuthini, they are the mainstay of our economies around South Africa, not just South Africa. Actually, Nyalo, they are the mainstay of economies in almost the whole of Africa and parts of the world. If South Africa were to disappear, China will suffer. The Middle East will suffer, because if you walk into a shop in Dubai, ema orange about a product of South Africa. If you walk into a shop in London, ema hapula, ema orange, ema grapes about a product of South Africa. If you go to France, in France, there is a significant portion that comes from South Africa. If you go to the US, ema orange, nakupela nje ema orange ase Florida, kutsi season yaphela. Qala ngene ema orange ase South Africa. Qala ngene ema lemon ase South Africa. Those people, labo babo wabo bebangasange sebaye esikolweni. Nabo labayile esikolweni today. Whatever they have learned, 90% of it bakufunzela nsimini. Because if you come to us, sitakunika ema recommendations. Na uhlanyela umbila, ufaka manyolo 6 wemasaka, ufaka makhabeni 4 to 6 wemasaka. Those are general recommendations. La based on umhlaba lonje, yield le kanje. But wena nangabe ma targets akho ehlukile, umhlaba wakho uhlukile, you'll only start to learn that nase what it's okulensimle kunesivuli la, lapha kunelitete. So ngalapha ngiyanciphisa, ngalapha ngiyakhulisa, ngale angumfaki vele manyolo ngidepende emcubeni. But utakwati lokho ngokuthi so lansimini, so ushayisile 1 or 2 years. So yathi it's okay kuzethi lapha ngiphumelele ngilokho. Otherwise technicians are good, but various technicians sitakunika general recommendations because asathi lekakho. Asathi labor yakho ibamba fast kangakanani. Nasithi nje hey umuntu lensimini can harvest 4 crates of green beans ngelanga. Ngabe ngiyakuyenga nakasaqala ngiyendeka harvest half. Nalo half waloyo half ufuna umlahle ngoba ujube ngetingalo. La kufuneka angajubi ngakhona. Ngakusasa ulahlekele ngoba seka overgrown, abasakufuni export. So kude lenye indlela lengayisho bazalwane ukufunza ngaphandle kokuthi ungene efieldini uqala usebenza. Next slide please. Indzaba ke lenkulu ye business. One of the reasons we are struggling ngeke achieve letinto lekafuna lekayathi hulumende kufuna sti achieve, or that we say to ourselves we want to achieve as a country. It's the fact that a business is tied to your character. Noma singathini nasifuna nje kufundzisa, mina nje nangifundisa business ngifundisa wena, angifundisi le business, because business ide impilo. So a business is tied to your character, and for you to achieve success at business you have to have the right character. Number 1, you need to be honest. Number 2, kufuna ube reliable. Imagine phela senivumelene na Spar ukuthi wena utabo supplier emabhontshisi every week. Then Spar is sitting with an empty shelf, awukasho nothi awuti, awukasho nothi amabhontshisi akho kuleli viki mancane kunala last week. So you're not reliable. What they'll do, they'll just chuck you out. Bese sithi titolo atifuni ukusupporta ema local producers. Skati is very important. Siyati sonke sina 24 hours. Kude lo nikwe lo isikhathi lesithe kunalomunye. Lokumcoka ukuthi simsebenza kanjani 24 hours. Angithi mina nje ngimelana ngihambile ngavuka ekuseni ngayojova Dilwane. Lokhu ngikho ekuseni lokwema herbs lokho. Lokho umfundisi ngubhakishetolo ebusuku ngoba baphute ungideliver labo rice. So wena nawuvukile nje umangala kuthiwe ndani nebengipakisha. Kodwa bazalwane, the 8 hours that you wasted yesterday was an opportunity for you to improve what you needed to do today. Isikhathi simqoka. I-character yakho, you should have tenacity. Itakumangalisa ke business. Ungavuka nje lenyelanga tonke inkukhu takho tifile hokwena. So akuphambukelwa la ka business. Now the business inote khona. Uhlelenyela ngitivu ngathi yini ngathi ngiyaqaleka. Amhlale phasi nathi emanti. Ohambe udistress. Ngakusase kuseni uvukile. Ula. I think one of the problems lesson now is very ngumbietha ama businesses wenda part time. Whilst that is good, but ikhona lengoti yokuthi ay angiqhubeke nekusebenzela umlungu wami. Ngiyekele nje lento le. Phela bahle bahlolelana. Uthi abuya nje ukanze bebetonke etilwane takho. Wenda njani? But then it's up to you. Ukuthi uyachubeka noma uchubeke. But one thing I can tell you, kufuna ungadijwayeti nje to quit. Because utawuphokamba uyekela. After 10 years, you are worse off than you were 10 years before. So plan what you want to do. Utinikele ukuthi ngifuna kwenda lokho. Because I can't start lying to you ukuthi kon business lelula. Awu ngabe sonke asivukeli kanjena phela. Ngabe sesagijimisa yona. All businesses have challenges. So tenacity is one of the key things that you need to have. In my relationships, oh, by the way, ngida provide lama slides. So ningabi go pressure kakhulu to copy everything. Ngicela just copy logo lokubona ngathi managets. In my relationships, you need to value relationships. Good indlela lo that you can run a business without having relationships. There's just no way. Now ungakhona nje ku relate nabantu, stay away from business. Angeke nje angeke sengisho nokuthi ikhona ibusiness lo ngayenda angati la labahamba baye ku space, but nakhona ngicabanga ngathi ufuna ucommunicate nabantu abaphasi. But you can't run a business without having strong relationships. And then establish relationships that are relevant to business. Kumqoka ke lokho ukuthi so uqalile phela so wenda leto tinguku. Phela thola labanye labenda tinguku. Because you cannot do this thing alone. Now wenda tinguku nje kodwa uhlala lapha ezakhele ebholeni. Angisho ko wemabuza. But it won't help you. So let's establish relationships. Mina ngiyaye ngithi establish relationships with people labangembili kunawe. Make sure ukuthi you have a relationship with industry leaders. Otherwise tawuhlala phasi siphoku yengana. Ngeke ngibone lama group mina. Ngivele ngisho ukuthi kuyaluthwana ke la. Nalotha awufelwa dingulube nje kube kuthi nja ngoba nalomvule lonika le advice uyayidzinga kwayena le advice lekathi uyinika lo le solution lekathi uyinika lo usafuna kufundziswa kuqala ke lo So in your relationships, make sure what are useful lama relationships. And then maintain business relationships over a long period of time. Eventually, as you grow a business it won't be the capital that will sustain you. It will be the trust that you have built with people. Ngiyangibona mina petolo temandi. Nawutso totsenga into kanze hey kude la. Uphuma lo mvaye ngale. Afika ayithatha kude lo buta uthi hey ukusapha utangibhadala malini. Athathe lento afika kunike. So at the back of your mind, you know, ukuthi labantu laba ngendlela lebathembana ngayo. Sekude nokubuta ukuthi hey yemngami utawubuyisa nini lento yami. They've established a relationship leyenda ukuthi ku seamless ngeke le customer lijike ngaloko ukuthi lento yami kude la lento kude la sitolo sami. But unayo umnakethu next door. I've always struggled with nainto lesishoko, and for me, until we fix that as a Maswati, kuncane la sitawufika khona. Kunayina assertion yokuthi eMaswati akakhona ukusebenza kanye kanye. My response to that is eMaswati shothi akadimiseli ngokwenda business. There is no way, because number one, skills lenginawo mina ude lo munye. Knowledge lenginayo ude lo munye, networks lenginayo ude lo munye. So if we don't work together, sitawusebenta njani? We do supply some of the products lala. Ukanza kuthi nabantu betikolo labafuna amabhontshisi. Nangite mina ukhona ngimatiko lekumathapha une warehouse naye. Ngithe awuvele awulokwanyana awupreparishe lapho kunabantu abatawuvela ba kube na so many bags lebatamthatha. Kumcoka lokho, because a business abazalwane akusiko esikolweni noma akusiko ephepheni la. A business ngidempilo kufuna nje siphilisane kanye kanye sonke. So and you know, in these Asian communities, part of what lokusishaya kuthina thina singasuka sihambe sobabili siyoshona eJozi siyocupha the same thing. Sifikele naso babili sicashe imoto, ucashe 10-ton truck ulayisha 5 tons, ubuya naye la nababelapha uyocupha the very same commodity. Fika naye ucashe 10-ton truck yakhe uyalayisha, ubuya naye khona la. The cost of lesitoko sakho is impacted by the transport. The portion yemali lo isebenzisa per unit kule transportation. These guys, what I discovered, they'll go bahambe baye China, baye Tokyo. Bathatha i-container. Bacuphe emathaya. For bantu abang-4, titolo leting-4. Lo mnyatha angaqedza acupha lamathaya athenge ema-flash disk lo ema-hard drive lo. Nganayo kagcwala i-container. Nespace lamkhathini lamathaya. Funekelani ke kusuke lo mnye la ayele fika aqashe i-transport yakhe. Bacushe lamkhathini, bacushe yakhe le container. You've already paid 3,000 for the container ngithi. Kuthi ufake la ngekhathi noma ufake 200 grams noma kugcwele nswi, you are paying $3,000 for the container. So in my relationships, how can we work together to reduce the cost of my transactions? And to do that, kufuna ukuthi sithembane over a long period of time. Sikhona ukuthi sisebenze kanye kanye. Networks, I think that one is clear. You establish ama networks that are relevant. Letitolo la nitsengisa khona akuthengi lesitolo, akuthengi management, kuthenga lo buyer. Noma ungameca uhambe wena ukhulume nabo manager, uhambe ukhulume na regional manager eThekwini, egcineni nguye lo tawufika athi ngicela ikhabishi leli ngi200. So you need to establish a relationship nalo muntu lo sebenda naye. Siyathanda ke thina kudonsa licingo, hey hayi ngishayela regional commander nyana aningisithi mosola nifike. So as a business person letinto leto ufuna uthathe. And then orientation lokumcoka ke ukuthi business ethu kufuna khule. Funa kuqale kukhule thina la ngqondweni bese iyakhula le business. You really need to focus on growth. Ngidakubekisela nje, ngidakubekisela ngami. We do tinkuku temacanza. We started off ngatinkuku letting 10 nyalo ngeCovid. Ngendlela nje ukuthi bothi uyangena ekitchen ukhanza kubanga emacanza. Sisilomncane uthanza kubhaka. So nakuthengwe tray shothi about 12 wemacanza atawuthathwa nguye. Laba bafuna amacanza ekudla lapha. Inyanga ayikaphele. Hey ngaba bathi ngiyabuka and ngeCovid phela wonke umuntu bekahleli la khaya. So nje nakune activity lebeyendiwa kusuke sitting room ye kitchen. Kude nje lobe kwengalo uve nje fridge. Ka. Shotha akakutholi akakufunako uyasigankatwa kangaka. Ayisabona ukuthi no. And a friend was selling tinkuku lebekade ikhulisile sekathi uthengisa ama layers. So I started ngathenga ngathi hey namacala savumelana ngakunye nje namakwabo. Umsebenzi wethu ukuthenga cooking oil. Ihlali la. Sibek cooking oil. Sathi kahle ethi angeke kube kutse lo. Hayi kwathemva akuphelanga nathi nyanga ngakuseva sekuthiwa hayi. Ngcono sicale siwathengisela amacanza sekaqala kuba manengi. Ngaba 10 amacanza ngelanga abukeka amancane but sibathathu noma ungenda lo 2 ngakusasa kuyaqala kuyancipha sekwendiwa 1 sesiyawubona hayi nanga ayasala. Then we started scaling up. We are currently at around 210 wetinkuku and we believe ukuthi sitawukhula up to 500 within the end of the year. So you can start something small, but ikufuna la ngqondweni yakho utitshele ukuthi utawukhula kulento loyicalako. Kulokho utitshele ukuthi utawukhula kufuna wathi ukuthi utawukhula ube yini kulento loyicalako. And then you need to be focused. I think that's one of our big weaknesses. Ngiyengibudeke mina ukuthi kwente kanjani ukuthi bebazalwa nesingabi focused kani la kholweni si focused. Siyathi nje ukuthi kufuna sende lokho kufuna singakwendi. Kodwa businessini uhlangana naye uyakumisa lapha hey not kaftin Tupperware. Hayi uya order Tupperware. Nakubuya Tupperware so phethe na Justin. Hawu so thengisa amasokisi. Wathi hayi man. Hayi Tupperware ngambona ukuthi une profit lencane. Sengisukile lapho. And that's how we got caught in my pyramid schemes, by the way. Because it shows you have no focus. Mina nje ngithi imali lengayifaka pyramid scheme. I think this thing is expensive. Ngathi nyalo bebabhadala 11,000. Ngidamthatha mina. Ngoba phela mina ngaba na 2,000 ngicabanga ukuthi tinkuku temacanza ngathola tingakhi la. Yabona sesingahlanganisela nalomunye. Sambe sithenge lo 100 wetinkuku sihlukaniselana. But it's the issue of focus. Because nawakha indlu nje, I can tell you. Umlo wakha indlu uyayafika KFC athi hey. Hayi special 120. Ayisakala semendele yaphuma la. Athi ngiyabuya. Uhambile. It's the issue of focus. Lo uthi ufocus ekuphi? You can't do everything. I think one of the things that CIS khulume ngato ngiloko ukuthi you need to diversify your income. Kufuna ube na many sources. But asisho ukuthi phela tendlale. Everyone run a business, funa ube ne business yinye. Then from there you diversify. Awusuke nje udlobhadlobhe lapha, udlobhadlobhe lapha, udlobhadlobhe lapha. mina nje business yami kwenda timbudi, but nangitenda ngase ngiyabona ukuthi okay, I have cash flow issues. Ngoba imbudi ikhula in 12-13 months, but bantu kufuna bahole every day, funa badle every day, bahole every month, badle every day, gezi ufuna kubhadalwa every month. So yasho ukuthi okay, kule business yami le ngiyadiversifya, ngithi akunaku lokutanginika daily cash kuze ukuthi nako lokho kusupporta le business le. So lenza baye focus ngikhona la imcoka khona. I think we okay. Thank you. I think we have misrepresented the ndzaba ye diversification nale ama sources of income. Siyasho sithi iBhayibheli liyakutshela ukuthi funa ube na 4 streams of income. Akusho ukuthi kufuna wehle wenyuka uhamba ufuna lo 4 streams of income. Uqala ngakunye ukwende kahle uve ukuthi sengine level of comfort nyalo. Sengingakhona nokuthi ngishiye umuntu akuranishe lokho ngikusupervise. Sengiyasuka ke lapho because phela uthatha lama resources angala to start something else la celeni. So if ungayendi kahle lento utawubulala your main business just because you are now concentrating on too many things. So if focus imcoka kakhulu. That's why I usually say as a country, one of our ways to go forward, asesithole 1, 2 or 3 things lesifuna kudenda economically and concentrate on that. Sifake yonke imali yethu kuloko, efforts yethu kuloko, skills building sikufake kuloko, and then lolokunye ke sekungaba sesinga diversify. Otherwise cishe onke mave kukhona lele batelwa ukuthi bayakwenda. Siyatiwa nje thina kuthi shukela siyamenda ukahle. And then we can look at the next thing ukuthi yini lenye lenkulu lesingayicala leta absorb as many people as we can absorb isilethele imali. Nawe ke business yakho focus is very important. And then ngikhulumela nga continuous improvement, say issue innovation. We are living in a time 20 years ago the incredible things that's khona kwenda nyalo. I work for a project that covers quite a number of countries in the region. I think 60 to 70% wabantu engisebenza nabazazi ngibabona. I worked for about 24 months ngazange ngombona umphathi wami. Actually the first one was resign, asingazange sesihlangana. But work was done. Exports aqhubeka, actually akhula. So kumqoka during COVID, the number of transactions that we had globally exceeded the number of transactions that we had in the same period in any point in history. So innovation, as you look at your business, kufuna uhlale ubuke it's okay. Ngiyatenda leti ngulube tami. But yini into lengayenda? Lengenda ukuthi number 1, lendlela lengenda ngayo ibe melulanyana kunendlela bengenda ngayitolo. We are not growing young phela. So labanye bethu nje sababulawa inhlitiyo ngokuthi lamandla lobo usoluwafaka la awusakhoni nyalo. Umtimba awusavumi. But kufuna uyikhiphe le output. So a lot of businesses ngilaka fike afa khona. Lo ukuthi vele adependa kule principle. Adependa nakula ma methods lasetshenziswa ngilolo wayicamba le business. I was shocked. I walked into one school. Ngakhanza pesa ane calculator. Ne receipt book. Ngasho ukuthi ne ma receipt la green lebeswasebenzisa thina lebesinikwa wona ngabona 1989. It's a big school. Hey, yabona ngakhathateka ngoba phela umntwana amfunza khona bengiyobhadala. That one khatsata. Actually, I can't remove that picture from my mind. Because that shows me one thing. We are not growing. Awucabanga nje the level of effort nyalo. Yokuyothatha, I think let's go out there over 2,000 kids. Yokuyothatha amaphepha ebantwana abang 2,000 one by one. Ulehlise hey lona owamalini ubhale phasi. Uyonika secretary type. Anike head teacher asendele batali. Akusendiwa kanjalo mos. Nyalo you put this thing emshineni nakabhadala umfana some of it is connected even to the banking system. Yathi deductela. Nathi I think that's one of our main problems. And niyathi lokhu sekutawendekani. And sekwendekile sengiyaqala ngiyakubuka. La kangwane nje. Kule agriculture space sekuqale kungena bantu labama giants in other fields. Better nema systems from their fields la well designed and well developed. So nasichubeka ngendlela sichubeka ngayo sitawukhala vele. Because sitawukhanza le space esivalekile ngci. Because business is about systems. So if you cannot improve your systems, noma ngabe ulima kangakanani lekhabishi, nangabe you are relying on the same method yokuhlanyela, the same method yokuhlakula, nowadays ke uyabona bantu sebenza nabo lemasimini basebenza 3 days. Angaholi uhambile. Awangahola umthukile. Uhambile. So utawukhala vele. But asicabangeni lokho ukuthi it's the type of people we have. Asibakhiphela abantu. So that's the character of the people we have nowadays. But we still need le cabbage ngoba siyadzinga kuleli. Angithi. So stawuthatha break nyalo, but nje I want to leave you with lenza by innovation. Kule business yakho, no matter how small it is. Actually, ngilokunye ngifuna ku-emphasize. Akusiki ukuthi business inkulu kangakanani lokwenta thi prosperishe. It's how the owner conducts himself or herself, la business in. Nyalo, we are in an era where smaller business people are making more money than the larger ones. Ngani wena ude staff lo so wasicasha kadzeni sanocha for the past 20 years. So yakhona nje ukuthi if you go to South Africa nowadays, people have 500 hectares and they only employ 5 people. Ngoba the type of tractor they have seyenda konke. Ungena ngesigulumbe ensimini sohlanyele waqedza wafutha ngawo konke. So uyawubuya mhlazana yofutha likhula. Nakabuya lapho ubuya umbila sowomile. Nakungena sigulumba uyophelela emathangeni leyo mbila loyo. Kuthi inyangu, kuthi lokufuna bayococotsa inyangu. Kuthi abantu abahlakulako ukuthi nabantu abang10 3 wabo nabahlakulile likhula libalance la ngemuva. Lo mnyaka sekho in 3 days time. So kufuna sikubuke lokho ukuthi how do we innovate, because the way lama costs ethu, the cost of doing business nendlela lekhula ngayo kani lama price sine lesikhona kuthengisa ngayo akakhuli. Kusho kona ukuthi we need to do our business, to conduct our businesses in a way where we meet lama costs, the cost price, because noma ungathi wena angubekisele, it's the argument that we always have kakhulu. Noma ungathi wena uyatile likhabishi ngicela ningithengisele nga-30 ningithengele nga-30 ngoba manyolo unyukile ininyukile. There'll be a farmer in South Africa lota producer le likhabishi alilendise la kangwane nga-9. So are you saying to the consumer akathenga likhabishi la 45 kube akhona kuthenga leli? So we need to start thinking about how do we work on the issues of go innovate, kukahle ke nyalo sesaba nebantwana laba lecingo na umnikile nje ukwendela yonke into asibasebenzisene just to see ukuthi singafika kanjani la sifuna kufika khona